so there was someone on the internet today that I saw who was making this observation, and I think this is going to be true for many, many African leaders, and I'm going to relate it to even leaders here in America as well, is that the majority of African leaders, their children are not educated in Africa. So you're
That's an open
president
secret.
of a nation, but you don't believe in the educational system of
Yeah.
your nation for your own child. So your children, even at the elementary level, are in a foreign country being educated. So you see many of them, their wives live out of the country and then they're governing. And it's like, that's crazy, right? What we see in the United States is you are governing over a system that has a public education system, but your children go to private school. And yet these public education systems, you and the other legislators, you get to make the policies that impact those schools. So if those schools are not good enough for your offspring,
Why should they be
why
good
not
enough for him?
improve the schools so that they're good enough for everybody's children, not just that I can take mine out and put them in a select place? So Mbuya Nehanda would definitely say that if she were the president of Tanzania, that she would be trying to meet with the young people, meet with the disenfranchised, meet with the voiceless, not imprison those who disagree with her, to find out, to listen to them about their concerns and how they feel they're being harmed and what isn't serving them, and to ask them to join hands to create a nation where everybody can thrive. And that way to elicit their but it has to be that you are listening and you are responsive. And Mbuya Nehanda was listening to the cries of her people under the whip and the chains of these oppressors, and decided the time is now for us to rise up and fight back. And I suppose that when they interrogated her and tortured her before they finally killed her, that there were secrets that they were hoping she would expose and all of that, but she did not, because she was a leader first and foremost who was concerned about her people. And I think Mbuya Nehanda will furthermore say that true peace cannot come from those who profit from bloodshed. And so in Sudan, these leaders who are watching the blood of their own people flow through the streets, so much so that these satellites that apparently are spying on all of us, all the way from Yale University, can tell that there's been so much loss of life,
bloodshed, yeah,
so much bloodshed. Those people cannot be leaders anymore. And so even for here in the United States, think about how much blood we have shed domestically, but also internationally. Should those people, not those leaders under which it happened, not be removed from office? But then here's the issue. If you have a system, a structure that is so corrupt that whoever comes in is automatically has to abide by that system or they get kicked out, look at Jimmy Carter, then are we, the populace, also not responsible? Do we also not have blood on our hands to the extent that we keep that system, those systems in place? So these are questions that we all have to grapple with and say, what can we do differently? And here's what I've come to really appreciate as I've studied all these women. We could characterize them as extraordinary women, but the truth of the matter, and for those of them that we have real pictures, because there's some of them where it's like, whose picture did you use? But these were ordinary human beings who just were willing to do a little bit more, who were willing to risk a little bit more, who were willing to do what? Like the extra. And so now we call them extraordinary. And that means that any one of us, male, female, whoever is listening or watching this, we too have the potential to leave legacies that inspire just by doing a little bit more than what we may be doing right now, whatever your role might be.